Hey there, good day, good people. Welcome to this episode of MCM-TV. I'm your host, Leon Carpenter, and today I'm here with Kaleido. Guys,
Hello.
All right, I like to start with introductions, so why don't we start there? Tell me who you are and what role you play.
Of course. My name's Jamie Burnham, and I play guitar.
My name is Ronnie Rosalino. I play guitar.
My name is Christina Chris, and I'm the singer.
Cody Morales. I play the bass.
My name's Joey Fava, and I play the drums.
Wonderful. So the name Kaleido, where did that come from? What was the origin of the name of the band?
I thought of it.
That was you? What was your inspiration for that?
It's kind of just like, gosh, I always tell the same story different every time.
What's your favorite version of the story?
My favorite version of the story is human life is like a collection of different experiences and kind of like a kaleidoscope. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside, it's the inside that matters, and you always can carry those experiences with you through life. And all of our songs are just about, a lot of different like life experiences and stuff like that. So it's kind of, I think even now with like our style change and stuff, we're like a kaleidoscope of music. So that's kind of where it came from.
That's going to segue into a couple of the next questions. Has it always been Kaleido?
Yes.
Were you guys under any other names beforehand? So it's always been Kaleido.
It's always been Kaleido.
Excellent. So what would you consider the genre of your music?
Pop rock.
Pop rock's easy. It's
Rock pop,
whatever you want to say.
I like that.
Yeah, that's something that we don't like. People have a hard time putting their finger on what we are. I guess if you had to like pigeonhole into just one genre.
But that's why I like to ask that question.
Right.
Because music is so diversified these days.
It's
so many subgenres.
Everything sounds like us, because
we're
of our
a little
vocals
bit of everything.
and the way we play and all that. But
all rolled into.
So do you guys have any inspirations? Who are your inspirations?
Ooh.
What inspires you?
Collectively?
Yeah.
Don't say the first one first.
Say it second.
Everybody wants to say Guns N' Roses, but no one wants to say it because we always say it first. Everybody's first runs for Guns N' Roses.
I think I think Foo Fighters is a big one.
Yeah, definitely. I was raised on a bunch of classic rock. I love everything across the board, mostly classic rock. I'm influenced by.
Excellent.
Also newer stuff of like the 90s, pop punk stuff like Blink-182 and all that. And we all grew up with like everything. So because a lot of our families are like musical families too. So we grew up with probably like some of the best music around us. Usually to jazz and like
Funk.
You gotta have one of those in the band.
Yeah,
Right.
Only one.
So, of those inspirational artists that are out there, do you guys admire any of those particular artists? Do you have any? I mean, from the female persuasion, you probably had posters on your bedroom wall.
Yeah.
Who was on your bedroom wall?
I really liked Madonna, and I got into her. And I also really liked Jewel a lot, and I got into a lot of the female singer-songwriters from the 90s. And yeah, I loved those angsty female singer-songwriters. And I also liked bands as well. Like I really was into Guns N' Roses thanks to my dad, and I really got into Blink-182 and Green Day. I had posters of those guys everywhere, and yeah, it was like such a mixture for me between like different genres of music. There was always like rock, and then there was always like the pop, and I always listened to both, and even hip hop growing up in Detroit, and even a little bit of country in there. So I was like very exposed to a lot of different kinds of music.
Excellent. How long have you guys all been together?
2.5 years, I think
so,
like
wow,
officially as Kaleido.
Right. So then, do a couple of you have some history before the band?
Yeah, we all honestly do. It's crazy kind of a story. I was in a band called Robots in the Garden. They were in a band that was just the Christina Chris band. And then I had met them just on like a fluke thing through this dude, Darian Counts, put together this show for Detroit Live, was it? It was a Detroit Live show. And then we just ended up being there. And then we played. And, I hadn't met them yet, but like I seen them in that magazine and stuff, so I didn't know who they were. And then since I finished my set, I didn't meet any of them yet. Like I didn't even know their names, nothing. And Cody comes running up on stage, like before I even got off my drums, he's just like, he starts hugging me. And like usually that'd be the weirdest thing, if you didn't know somebody, but for some reason I was just like, hey, yeah, that's cool, okay, cool. And then we're friends, like right from the get.
It was purely a talent attraction.
Right on. Whatever you want to say,
What about you guys?
Christina and I went to high school together, and that's how I met everybody else in the band. Actually,
I was in another group that played around similar circuit. as their
Yeah, we
bands
played
as
that
well.
one
I just
time.
found a flyer actually with our groups on it from a long time ago. It's
Yeah, in the
kinda funny.
basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Well, that's a great segue for histories. Like, what other bands have you guys been in before, Clown?
Why don't you go?
Any
I'll
you'd like to share?
start. I mean, I've spent my entire teen years just playing the hard, heavy punk rock groups. My original group was called No Regrets. I ended up touring with those guys again a few years ago. They're called Against the Grain now. And then Lies Unknown was the last group I was in before Kaleido.
Excellent. Any others? Anybody wants to share?
Yeah, Cody and I were in a band before we started Kaleido, and it was just called the Christina Chris Band. It was primarily a cover band, and yeah, it was a great way to meet each other and just get a lot of we got a lot of experience on stage together there as well.
Yeah, we built that rapport.
Rapport is good.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it might be a good time to take a break for an MCM Minute. Why don't you tell us what we're going to hear in this first break?
This is a new song off of our new record, Unbreakable. It's called Give Me Your Love.
All right, we'll see you back in 60 seconds.
Wrapped up in lace and make believe, dark skies. Tell me all your fantasies. I'm what you need. Whatever you want me to be. Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love, give me all your love. Give me love, give me love, give me love, give me love, give me all your love.
What was the first song you guys played together? Do you remember it?
Holy smokes.
It's a tough one.
we first started the band. We didn't have Jamie. It was a 4-piece. It was just us.
Okay.
And we played for like 6 months just as a 4-piece, and then we got him So we did our thing. Kind of. I think the first song we had played was we sent around some songs. We played some of the new stuff we wrote. But once we all jammed collectively together with Jamie also, we played a song off. The first song we ever played was a song called See Through, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
and it was
so.
off our first record. And he learned it, man. It was just really tight already, and it was great. We were really excited because we were wanting another guitar player for the whole time we were in the band, So just fatten up the sound. It was awesome. We had fun that day, and it's been history ever since.
All right, so you guys obviously write your own music.
Yes.
You're on a label?
No.
No,
You
we're
are not on a
indie.
label. You are indie.
Yes.
Well, how do you guys feel about that?
Great.
Yeah, it's
It's the way
been
to be these days,
it's been
isn't
We
it?
good, yeah.
we have a great team of people around us, though. We have great management. We have great people all working with us. So we're definitely not just on our own trying to do things all by ourselves. But we do.
Yeah,
we
have
do
a
most
great-
of everything. We
We
do
have
a lot
a
of our
great
own,
team,
so.
but we aren't signed to any specific label right now.
Okay. What about organizations? Do you guys belong to any organizations? Won any awards? Anything like that?
We're nominated for 7 Detroit Music Awards this year.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I'll give you a hand for that.
That-
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we're all very active in the local music scene. And I don't think that we're really, I don't know about you guys, any kind of guitar things or anything, but yeah, just say,
I mean, we're always around with people. We know a lot of people.
no
organizations, I guess, though.
BMI or anything like that? Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, we're the one
ASCAP.
to ASCAP.
Oh, right.
Okay. Right
Yeah,
on.
Oh, I know
well,
what you're talking
yes,
about. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Well, and of course, you guys are all
Whoa, I just saw
now
that.
members of MotorCityMusicians.Com.
Yeah.
There
The
you go.
important organization here in town.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about instruments. You guys shared what it is that you play, but now let's talk about the instruments specifically. Do you have any brand loyalty? Are there any endorsements yet? Are there particular brands that you just favor? Are you collectors of instruments? I did an interview not too long ago, and the bassist had 30 different basses. So no brand loyalty there. Does anybody here have any type of loyalty?
I love Gibson products. I have 2 Les Pauls. I also love Fender. I have 3 Telecasters, and I've actually a Fender acoustic guitar too. So
Nice.
yeah.
Anybody else?
I think Gibson goes for me too. I have a Gibson SG I'm working on grabbing a Les Paul myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a Franken Strat that I rebuilt, and it's just I'm feeling Gibson for now. I'm also left-handed though, so
he doesn't have any options.
I am slim pickings. You know, if I can't just go pick up a Paul Reed Smith and be like, oh, I like this, because I'm never gonna see one left-handed.
So you truly play left-handed, not inverted.
I can play upside down only because it's just something you kind of have to, you know, and it freaks people out sometimes. It's kind of funny, but it's just not the same as playing right side out left-handed. You know.
Cody, what about you?
The lightest and the cheapest.
Lightest and cheapest. Well, you know, that's a question I like to ask. Like, why did you choose the instrument you have? You just said light and cheap.
Yep. Yeah,
that's it. Right on.
Except for it's wood color, he looks like a dork. But
all right. So, what kind of drums you playing?
I play Orange Counties. I really love them. They're awesome. They're mostly a custom drum company, but I just have ones I got from Guitar Center. It's like a blue sparkle set, but they're maple, like rock maple, and they just sound awesome. They've done really well for me, and I really dig them. So I'm not, you know, none of us are endorsed really, but we just have stuff that, you know.
Blue sparkle, so you're kind of
The blue sparkle is really cool, and I really liked it, you know. But yeah, those are nice drums.
All right.
I would like to add though, I am really a big fan of Ampeg guitar amps.
Okay.
Which is weird.
I play an Ampeg Reverb Rocket. It's the reissue. It's from 1995, I think. But previously, I had been able to perform for a little while with like a 1973 Ampeg, like one channel half stack, and it was awesome. And since
what
then,
happened to that?
It wasn't mine.
Oh, okay.
It was a previous band I was in. So
all right.
I had to get rid of that.
So once you guys found Jamie, and you guys were ready to go, you played your first show. Where was that?
Jamie was...
With me was the Emerald Theater.
Emerald Theater. Well, it's McCombie's Theater, but Mount Clemens, the Emerald Theater.
Yeah, and we were just trying to break them in because we only had 2 practices, I think, and then we were going on a couple of Warped Tour dates.
Yeah, that's why on stage after 2 practices.
Yeah, we had a couple practices. Joey called me and was like, "Hey, dude," because you know nothing was for sure yet, and he's like,
he didn't say dude.
"Do you want to go on?
I did, probably.
Do you want to go out to New Jersey and perform on Warped Tour?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, let me think about that." Yeah. So we had a little bit of time to get that done. We played 1 show at the Macomb Music Theater, and then we were out of state.
All right, so you guys have toured a bit then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where have you been?
East Coast, Midwest, and West Coast.
Oh, but you haven't gone down south yet.
No, south yet.
Yeah, we haven't gone down south yet. We're probably going to be trying to do that this summer into fall, probably, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to go down south because that's one place we haven't really gone yet, but I don't know. We're just trying to basically tour everywhere we possibly can this summer.
That's right.
Like not even, just everywhere, man. So.
All right, so think back. Where's your favorite place that you played? Favorite show? Maybe not necessarily favorite place, but most memorable show.
DT for me.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, is
why
it
not,
like,
dude? It's just amazing. We got to do 1 show. We got to play with Evanescence and Chevelle there.
Right on.
And I have to say, me too.
It was just incredible because that's my first concert that I seen was like the guest with Joe Cocker there. I seen them and it just sounded incredible. And I've been going to that place my whole life. So being on the stage, you feel like the rumble of that place on stage, and it's not like anything else ever that you ever felt. You know, you just don't feel it unless it's a huge amphitheater like that. So
it was completely just a nostalgia type of deal there because all of us grew up in this area, and we've all gone to concerts there since we were little. And then to finally, I remember myself when I was little sitting under the pavilion and looking at the stage and thinking, man, I wonder what it's like to play on that stage. I want to do that. I think I was seeing Dave Matthews Band with my aunt. So we finally got to do it, and it was incredible.
Right on. All right.
Yeah, you know mine. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No,
you're interviewing me, and I'm like, oh, let me talk. No, honestly though, for me, it has to be the Fillmore. We played with the Offspring.
Oh, that was sweet.
And that band was such a good chunk of my life, and it was just so cool to be able to share the stage with them and see them.
They were so
cool. Sideways, talk to them, hang out with them for a second.
A lot of those bands, they didn't have to be cool to us, but man, they came and found us and totally said how much they're like, we're gonna be on the lookout for you guys. You guys were great, this and that. It was like the coolest thing, Yeah. And it sounded so good, man. They were incredible live. It was, and I'm not saying like they're not really old yet, but they've been around for a while.
Dexter's voice, man,
he was killing it. It was incredible. That was a really good
awesome show. All right. So on the flip side, least favorite place that you've played?
Oh no!
Come on, there's got to be some horror stories.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Jeez, I would say this barn that we played in near Jackson, Michigan, and it was some sort of a Halloween party. People were great. We had a great time, but it was just...
It was like a hoedown place.
It was kind of like a...
pavilion, sort of.
Yes, it was just like a sound disaster. But we have a good time everywhere we go. As long as, the sound is good and there's an area for us to do our crazy live show, we're happy.
Yeah, we don't need much, man. We're pretty low maintenance.
Okay. All right, so do you guys have any upcoming shows?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Where and when?
May 2nd at the Metro Times Blowout at Smalls in Hamtramck. It's our first time playing the Metro Times Blowout, and it's also our first time playing in Hamtramck.
Yeah.
And the place is super historical. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Smalls is a great club.
Yeah,
I
we
like how
haven't
it's
played
kind
there yet, so.
of separate. You can find some quiet when you go have a drink, and you can come out and rock it out as well. It's a
Yeah,
cool place.
yeah. It's my favorite Hamtramck venue for sure.
So May 2nd, Smalls, be there. All right, so how do you guys promote the band?
We
You
use
guys
a
have a
lot
show
of-
coming up, so
Interwebs.
Yeah, we use a lot of social networks.
Flyers.
Right.
We also have a great
people.
website that Jamie just designed for us. It's KaleidoBand.com.
Yeah.
And we've made it a point to try to tap the most popular social networks that are used nowadays, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, that kind of thing.
Joey, you mentioned flyers.
Flyers, yeah.
You guys are
we
doing
do
flyers.
flyers, man. We do all that,
So now you're talking old school.
Yeah, we got a good team, of people. Our boy Aaron, our boy Drew, everybody, they all run around. They flyer and we flyer. Just hit,
We'll take the
people-
staple gun to downtown.
Cody runs around
areas.
downtown Royal Oak and
That
bothers
is
people
awesome.
and gives them flyers. It's awesome.
Ooh.
Old school, word of mouth kind of
That's
thing.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, so when you guys go out and play your live shows, like maybe on the 2nd, do you guys have a set playlist that you play every time? Or do you guys switch it up every now and then?
Yeah, we
We
switch it
cater
up.
to the set time and the
Kind
time.
of.
and-
Yeah. It usually has to do with how long of a set that we have. So that'll be a headlining show, so we'll probably play, I guess that we kind of have we have a 30-minute set, we have a 45-minute set, and then we have our headlining set,
Right.
basically. You know what I'm saying? Because
So they're
we-
kind of
Hour
set lists,
15.
but it just depends on...
Yeah, but we have to, it's always different. Sometimes we'll be at support 30 minutes, sometimes we'll be 45 minutes. So
The other bands and stuff have a kind of an influence maybe on whether we should play this song as opposed to this
right,
song.
whatever show we're on too, just to try to cater to people.
Like a clever radio DJ.
Yeah, I like that. So when you guys play, do you play any covers?
Couple.
Yes, it's usually a Guns N' Roses too.
Yeah, we know a bunch of Guns N' Roses songs. So we do
Right on.
Mama Shell, we do Rocket Queen. We actually did a recording of Rocket Queen, and it's on the digital version of Unbreakable, but it's not on the actual physical disc. But it's on iTunes. Yeah.
All right, so who writes the songs?
We all kind of do. Christina and I, Christina and I did most of the writing on the first record. But then, as we that was before we kind of put the band together, so that's why that was kind of like that. But then everyone kind of writes now, puts in the 2 cents and stuff for the new record. Everyone played on it, and it was a good experience for us to all get together. So
Yeah, I write all the lyrics.
Okay. So what is the process for writing? I mean, you guys at practice and somebody just throws out a riff and you guys run with it, or does somebody usually come to the table with something?
It's funny, we were just talking about this the other day, and it's always different. It's crazy because it's always different. A lot of times it starts with they'll write a riff, and I'll hear it and I'll be like, oh, I like that, and then I'll write a melody and some lyrics to it. And then just recently I wrote a chorus with a melody and lyrics and everything, and there's no music to it yet. So it's just kind of however it happens, and we just roll with it. We've learned to not force it and not try to just staple ourselves or put ourselves in a corner in a certain style or way to write. I feel like the best stuff happens when we just don't think about it too
Just let
much.
the magic happen.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. All right, so let's take another break for another MCM minute. Do you guys want to set this one up? Do you have another song idea you'd like to share? Caught you off guard on this one.
Yeah,
You
I
wanna say
picked the last
something?
one, so.
I pick a song called Unbreakable. That's a title track off of our new record, Unbreakable.
All right, check it out. See you in 60. All right, welcome back. So they just heard an example of one of your songs. Do your songs have any type of themes or topics that seem to be consistent throughout all your music? Being a lyricist here, do you tend to write about all the same subjects?
No, I don't. I tend to write about being positive a lot. On the first record, there's a lot of like real inspiring songs about positivity and, you know, making the best of what you have. And then on this record, it's there's more about relationships and it's whether good or bad. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of like where this whole Unbreakable record went. There's also like a song called My Rock and Roll that's about our frustrations with the current state of pop radio and the fact that there's not much rock music out there nowadays. And yeah, so I'd say that like I don't go in with a certain theme in mind, but I do tend to write about the experiences that I've gone through. Mm-hmm. So whether it be, you know, trying to talk myself up and stay positive, or a relationship I've been in, anywhere between that range, it kind of just varies.
You alluded earlier to the idea that the music has changed. Has it? How has it evolved? It's
evolved in the sound because when we wrote the first record, Joey and I, it was just mostly him and I, and now we have we have 3 other people that are like heavily involved that all have different influences, and it's all coming through in the music, and you can totally hear it, and we're just growing. I think that everything just sounds more mature. It sounds, you know, like we've really come a long way in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Right on. What are rehearsals like?
They're chill. They involve beer usually.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, we all live in sex code. We also live in the same house. So.
Oh, so you're all roomies.
Yes, and you know, so it's more of like a very chill thing, because it's not like we have to really get together and practice. We just practice all the time.
I was just gonna say, so do you have a set schedule, or do you guys just
Thursdays usually?
Thursdays, like always practice, right. And then we just kind of always practice throughout the week, though, but we always make sure to practice on Thursdays. So. Yeah, we just hang out.
It's super cool with everyone like living together, because when somebody gets an idea for a song, you know, you just like go and knock on the door, and then you can make it happen in a.
That was like something I always dreamed of like doing my whole life.
Me too. We made it happen.
Me and like, I'm gonna come knock on your door. We're gonna record. This is gonna be so sweet.
Right on.
Oh my God, you know. So now we do it.
So you guys have a studio set up there at the house?
Yeah, it's a
little demo spot.
You know, enough for us to just record.
In a little rehearsal spot.
That's where you do a recording.
Yeah. Well, yeah, demos.
So, we already talked about you're not on a label. It's all indie. Yes. Do you guys have a name for your indie label, so to speak?
Yeah, I guess it's called Brimstone and Lakes. That's our publishing company.
Yeah.
So,
right, all right, that works.
Our publishing house.
So you guys have been together for a little while now.
Yes.
Has there been any challenges?
Every day.
Yeah.
Honestly, many. Everything we do is it's always a challenge for us, but
scheduling.
Scheduling's a big one.
And the fact that we all are dedicated 100% to our craft, and so that means we're all working musicians. So we make it happen. We make it work.
You just try to have fun with everything, man. You know, there's gonna be challenges every time we do something. There's always gonna be obstacles and stuff's not gonna always go our way, but we just, we're a family. We're trying to.
One of the biggest challenges, though, is that we only have one bathroom.
Oh boy.
So that's my biggest.
I really feel for you guys.
Challenge.
And there's a girl in the mix, so it's not like it's just a bunch of dudes that don't.
We make it work.
We make it work though, yeah. We're all pretty respectful. We just cleaned up the whole house today. We did pretty good.
Whole garage
today. Now we're going to be putting a porta-john out there for y'all.
I mean, we had a reality TV crew come to our house, and I think that they walked in and it was pretty clean. I mean, we're pretty cleanly people. I mean, we're not like disgusting, but
I think they were expecting.
They were expecting it to be like they thought we were going to live in like a box, or a garage of some sort with just like
something out of a Motley Crue book.
Yeah, it was like they were just totally like almost disappointed, like. This is actually like a house.
Yeah, it's not
exactly. They live in a box.
Wait a minute, I would live here. Let's go.
So we're out. That's like a funny thing that I always think about.
Right on.
We're pretty proud.
All right, so this is always a fun one to ask. Do you guys have day jobs? And does anybody want to share what they do?
We don't.
We don't have day jobs, man.
Full-time musicians.
Yeah, we do acoustic shows. Though. We kind of hustle, doing those.
I give lessons.
Yeah, he gives lessons. Everything's with music, though. That's how we scrape by and do our thing.
I have no doubt that it's all going to work out. But if it doesn't, what would you want to be when you grow up?
We don't even talk about that.
Yeah, we don't.
That's like that's like the
So you
devil.
guys have been
It's a dark place. It's been.
We don't even speak about it.
See, that's good. You got
No, it's
one
all
direction, and that's it.
Yeah.
Which is a great kind of segment as to where we're going. What is the ultimate direction for the band? Forward.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just checking.
Cody, he's a man of wisdom.
Yeah, we
Few
don't call him
words.
the Wiz for nothing.
So he doesn't live in the house with you guys. You live up on the top of a mountain. Yeah. Everybody climbs up.
He's a very
Top
mystical
tree.
creature.
Yeah.
We have a special flute we play. And
Him and Aaron
down.
sleep in a polar bear cave that's 42 degrees at night.
Right, okay, so let me pose it in a different way. Where do you see yourselves in 5 years? I mean, you guys.
Hopefully-
is the intent to live on a tour bus?
Oh, the intent's living on a tour bus for the rest of our lives, man.
Right now.
$500 million tour bus.
Yeah. hopefully we can get up to that, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna, in 5 years, I'm hoping that, we're a couple more records deep and we've gotten some more national exposure and we're on good tours and, kicking ass, man. That's what I'm
Killing
hoping,
it.
so.
Right now.
Just doing the best we possibly can,
All right, I think it's a good time to maybe field a couple of questions from the fans, but before we do, let's take another break. We're going to take another MCM minute here. What are we going to hear this time?
This is one of my very favorite songs off of the new record. It's called Degenerate and Young.
Check it out.
I've got a one-track mind to have a good time tonight. Where there's trouble, I'm never far behind. It feels so good to be so bad, crazy, rowdy right now, yeah. But they don't know, won't hurt 'em. Red cups, big IDs, wild nights, MIPs. Don't give me the third degree. We make them mad and that makes me happy. You can stare, I don't care. Fancy, free, technical.
All right, so we're going to field a couple of questions from the fans that we got online there. I believe they posted them all on Facebook. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Kaleido fan.
All right,
Kaleido fam.
we've got quite a few of them here. Let's start with one from Zachary. He says, he wants to know, how do you plan to get your music out to more people?
Well, I think that a lot of the touring is going to happen this summer to get us out to different markets and get us meeting new fans and playing in areas we've never played before, and then as well as like really utilizing YouTube and all the social networks to try to get out to as many people as we can.
Touring's the center of that, though.
But touring, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the mass.
Okay, well, Lance would like to know, who are you currently listening to? That might come back to some of the influences, maybe.
We've been listening to Neon Trees.
We've been jamming their new song lately, yeah.
They got a cool new single, yeah, I've been liking that.
It's rockin' and it's pop, and that's what we're all about, so I dig.
Yeah, not too much like really new stuff. I've been listening to our friend actually, Ty Stone, just released a new record, and I love it, man. I co-wrote one of the songs with him on there, so he gave me the whole record, and I've been listening to it, man. It's like probably my
it's
favorite
awesome.
thing that's come out recently. So
You gotta check it out.
I'm familiar with him.
It's called The
It's
Boulevard.
really good. It's called The Boulevard, and it's just an awesome record, man. Like every single song is awesome. He's working on it for a while, and it's really like him. If you know, to put him in something like that, that record is him. It's really good. So.
Joanne would like to know, if you could go back and change anything, what would it be and why?
Nothing.
Everything's been perfect.
Just no regrets,
No,
man.
that's the
No
whole point. It
regrets.
hasn't been perfect, but we've done what we've done. We've always had good intentions with everything that we've done. I think, right? So what
I guess if I'm going to answer this question, if I could do anything, and if I could switch up the whole universe and change everything, I would have just started this band sooner.
Right.
Because
Okay,
I love
yeah.
it so much and it's so great. I would have just got cut right to the chase and started it, But that's not the way that the world works. That's not how my cards were dealt. So, I can't go back and change anything. So we like to just look forward and stay positive and not worry about stuff that we have no control over at all,
Right. Yep, makes sense.
cookie didn't crumble that way.
No, the cookie didn't crumble.
This one's interesting from Michael. what do you do to relax? Do you have any hobbies or a favorite place to travel and that sort of thing?
That's
NHL
not my
2014.
question.
That's what I was
Nice. That's how you relax.
Dude, we play NHL so like as much as we can. We don't get to play that much anymore because we're so busy. But we, I mean, that's like the way we relax and kind of get the stress out. I guess you could say. You know, we don't like just get drunk and fight each other or anything and like freak out because you know there's gonna be that little stupid tension when you live with people and you play together and we do everything together. We're a family, right? So. We play that game and we just totally get personal and talk as much shit as we can about each other and it's just really awesome.
Yeah.
I have a great time.
Is that how you settle disputes?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, they can't really beat me, so it is what it is. But you know, we have a
loser.
loser.
I'm proud to say I've never played one time.
No,
Cody's played twice, and he actually did not so bad.
It was a fluke.
I don't like that game.
Oh, it was a fluke. Oh, now it was a fluke.
Yeah.
He played Jamie, and he kind of almost beat Jamie his first time playing.
No, barely.
Disgraceful.
No, I was giving it to him.
Oh, you were?
I wanted him to play. I wanted him to have a good time. I was not taking an ass whooping too hard.
All right.
You weren't playing me.
Good question, Michael. Brad would like to know,
Yeah, totally.
did Joey ever get his Jurassic Park collection?
Okay, so yes, I did.
I think we
To
need to
answer the
give him a
question.
little bit of
I guess I
backstory
need to
here.
go a little bit backstory in this. So we did these New York videos, and it was like in episodes. It's kind of like the first videos that Cody did because Cody does all our videos and he edits all our stuff.
You can see him on our YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel, Kaleido TV, is part 1, part 2, part 3, and then there's like again, there's like 4 videos. But we were on the way there, and I was talking as I was driving. Like I was in a thing about like getting all these movies off of YouTube, or not off YouTube, off eBay. And I was having them all come to the house, and it was like just a huge hobby of mine for a while. I was like, I'm just getting all these movies, I'm collecting them. So I ordered this Jurassic Park. And, you know, it wasn't coming as fast as I wanted to, or the rest of them were coming. So I'm wondering, like, what's wrong? What's up with this? So I sent the guy a message.
Didn't you get the economy shipping?
You know what?
There you go, economy
The
shipping.
economy shipping. I got the economy shipping, and so I started reading the fine print. It's like, you know, it can either come in 4 days or 30 days. So I was like, what? So I'm waiting on it, and it just kind of never came. So So I hit the guy up, basically, and he said that he sent it and it never came. So what I had to do was just buy another one. So I didn't get the one that I was hoping for. I bought another one.
But you did end up with the Jurassic Park collection.
You did?
There you go.
Yeah, took a loss on the first
I didn't
one.
even know the end of that story. I thought he never
Well, you
got
shouldn't have
it.
been rushing me, and then you
You
could
better
have.
than
Well, here's the thing though,
The
is like,
suspense was killing me.
if you've ever seen Jurassic Park, you understand that's got to be in your house. So.
Shooter!
The best
Oh
scene.
God.
All right, last question from the fans comes from another Michael. Are you guys going to be on the Warped Tour again?
We have a lot of really, really cool things that are going to be happening this summer, and some of them, well, all of them, we can't really disclose yet. They're still up in the air, so it's a big TBA on that. But we did play the Warped Tour the last 2 summers, and one thing that you can be sure of is we will be playing out, and you'll be able to come see us, and you know we'll be out there. We out here.
All right.
We are here.
Well, thank you to all the fans for supplying some questions. That's always a fun segment.
Kaleido fam.
All right, we got just a couple more here for you. So do you have any advice for the youth? Anybody that might think about getting into music?
Don't, it will ruin your life. I'm just joking. No,
I hate everybody that says that, too.
I know, I'm kidding.
Do whatever your parents tell you to do.
All these jerks that try to say, well, if I...
You know what? I think everyone should give a little bit of advice, to be honest.
For me, I teach a lot, and coming up, one of the biggest things that helped me learn, I was self-taught, I never had lessons at all, was tabulature, just websites, and I wish I had YouTube at the time. So
oh my God,
go on YouTube all day, every day, and learn as many techniques as you can, and just expand your horizons constantly. Don't be a square and think, oh, only this is good, only this is cool. Go out and learn some old folk stuff that you wouldn't normally learn. Go out and learn country if you don't like it. Learn some pop songs.
If your grandma makes you play piano, do it.
Oh, yeah, and always play piano.
Seriously.
We all wish we would have done that when we were young.
Never quit.
It's like too late. It's like, man, I wish I would have started doing that. But yeah, man, just practice. No one wants to practice, I feel like. No one wants to put in the time, you know what I'm saying? You got to practice nonstop. That's the only way you're going to become...
Yeah, I would have to suggest patience.
Yes.
And we have slowly discovered that there is a total there's a total machine. There's steps to getting places, and no matter how hard you work, no matter how much you think you can, there's really no skipping any of those steps. You know, you gotta put the work in, you gotta put the hustle, you gotta have the hustle, you gotta have the grind. You have to be ready to dedicate yourself fully, and then you will see results. Whereas, like, I think people think that they will see results, you know, quicker and then they do, and they get discouraged and then they quit. You just got to keep going. A lot of people are going to tell you you suck. A lot of people are going to tell you that you need to get a real job and that you should, you know, just forget about it and you're living in a fantasy world. But if you're serious about it and you really love it and you're dedicated and you put the work in, it's all worth it.
Wonderful.
Cody has to have some words of wisdom for this one, though.
Come on, Wiz.
It's a whiz.
Spit it.
Off of what Jamie was saying, learn everything you can off the YouTubes, but make sure that you're still playing with other people.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good one.
Because
Yeah.
you'll never, you will one day, but it'll take
Develop
longer.
pretty
Well,
terrible.
that goes back to the box.
sense
Just put yourself out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
And you have to.
Get in front of people.
That's how you grow.
Make sure you have fun.
That's like the.
Fall in love. Fall in love with that instrument and just lose it. Lose
Have
yourself.
fun. It's all about having fun.
All right, so how can fans gain access to your music?
iTunes, Google Play, Amazon.
If you go to our website,
Spotify.
kaleidoband.com, it's all streaming on there, both records.
Yes. And there's also links to anywhere where you can buy music, like all across the internet. You can pretty much buy our stuff. So
Our online
Awesome.
store is on there.
yeah, and then off
If you want physical
KaleidoBand.com will take you to all those links. So we have our own store. You can buy physical copies if you want. If you're old school and you want a real CD, get one of those, or iTunes, Amazon, Google Play.
Wonderful. Any acknowledgements? Anybody out there you'd like to acknowledge or thank?
Yes, our manager, Mikey Eckstein, he's incredible, and don't know where we'd be without him. I would have to say a big thank you to Aaron Katz, our tour manager. He puts up with all of our nonsense on the road and tries to make things easier for us any way that he can. He's a great friend of ours as well. Also, thank you to Chuck Alkazian, who produced the record Unbreakable with us at Pearl Sound Studios. It was awesome to get to work with someone professional like him, and he made it fun, and it was a great experience. And then
Josh also with him, he assisted it.
Yep, Josh over there at Pearl as well. And then also to our friend Adam Blesnick, who helped make everything possible for us and was an executive producer on the record too. So yeah, we have like an incredible team, and also the whole Embarco team and family. That's the management company. So anybody involved in the whole Embarco team and family, big shout outs to our Kaleido fam, which is our diehard fans. Absolutely. That they run this whole group on Facebook, and they're incredible. I don't know how they do it, but they just have contests and giveaways, and they make it exciting for everybody, and they keep everyone up to date. Sometimes they even know stuff about us before we even know it, and I don't even know how. But they're awesome. And who am I missing here? Yeah, just the whole team.
Everybody.
The whole team.
Right on. All right, so we're about ready to wrap it up. Do you guys have any last words? Anything we didn't talk about that you want to share? I guess not.
Rock and roll. That's my last words.
Long live rock and roll.
San Dimas High School football rules.
Yeah. We're gonna go make some tacos, turkey tacos.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, if you're left-handed, I feel you.
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, I think that's just about going to do it for this episode of MCM-TV. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about Kaleido, you can check them out on their website at KaleidoBand.com. You can check them out also on Facebook. Just go to Facebook.com/KaleidoBand. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about myself, you can visit Facebook.com/LeonCarpenterFans. And as always, please visit MotorCityMusicians.com. You'll see other videos such as this one, and there'll be a little button on there to take you to YouTube where you'll be able to see the extended version of this interview here. So, until next time, for MCM-TV, I'm Leon Carpenter. Keep the music alive.
Thanks, Leon.
See you.
Sinking in, and it's eating me alive. Pent up contentment, and I'm broke.